this, and I think I got rid of everything I was supposed to. You shouldn't have anything else. But here, what you've got, I left these elevation markers because the structure, the floor plan, has the house and then the garage on the side. So I pulled this other one over to the side just to make life a little bit easier for you. You'll see what happens here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, are you guys following along right now?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so Winthrop Project, let's turn to the first page, which is A101, and let's just kind of take a look at the overview. Okay, so first of all, we talked about the wall types, okay, and there's basically one that's got brick, and that's going to be on the first floor because remember what it looks like. If you ever need to know, you go to the front page and it shows you bottom is brick, okay? And so that's what we have. Now, taking a look at the house portion, not the garage, what are the overall dimensions of the house? 27 feet by 27 feet, right. Okay, and how big, what's the size, and how big is the garage? What are the dimensions? Yeah, 23 feet by 24. So essentially you've got two squares almost, two very square-like objects. Let me show you how we start. And let's take the mystery out of this whole thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm on level 1. What I'm going to do is go to put in a wall architectural. And then what I'm going to do is I need to pick a wall. Do I want basic wall interior?
No.
No, I don't want that. Let's take a look through what we have in here. And again, remember that I've helped you. You got exterior brick and CMU on metal stud. You didn't want that?
Yeah.
Well, take a look at it. Take a look at the thickness of the brick. Does that look about right?
No.
No, it doesn't. Now look down here. Oh, your teacher, he put something together for you here. Let's see what this looks like. So let's look, exterior wall 6.5 inches. If I click here and go to edit type, this is where I can look at this and see, look at that, okay? And let's see the floor plan. There is what the face brick looks like, okay? Face brick, foam insulation, which is even a light blue kind of a color. And then you've got your sheathing, and then you've got your stud, and then you have your gypsum. All right, make sense?
But you know how it says dash sided?
Well, no, that's the other one. There's two in there. There's one called basic wall, exterior wall, 6.5 inches.
Yeah, but the exterior wall dash 6.5. Oh.
There's two. The one that says sided, I made sided. Okay, so that's very astute, very astute. Okay, so now that we have this, let's take a look at it. Let's edit it. So if I take a look at this right now, and I'm not going to do anything. You guys don't have to make any walls for this. You shouldn't have to make. You're not going to have to make any walls. I've already put them in there for you. I'm going to show you which ones they are. You don't have to make any doors. You don't have to make any windows. All that is in there for you. You just have to place this stuff kind of like Legos and put them into place. All right, so you got brick, which is common, 3/4 inch thickness, because that's the thickness of that base brick. Again, the insulation is 3/4 inch. Plywood is 1 inch. I probably should have switched those, but oh well, that's what they are. 3.5 inches for the stud and 1/2 inch for the gypsum. And this is for the first floor. Okay, does that make sense? Note that you got interior sides where the gypsum starts. Okay, and note that you got brick on the outside. Exterior, see that? Okay, so we got that. Any questions about this particular wall? It's not a big deal, just want to explain it. And what's going on. So now, how will I do this? I'm going to go ahead and cancel out because I don't need to do anything with it. Now here what I need to do is, if I'm going to go ahead and put this down, what should I use? A center line? Finish face exterior, because that's what is on the plan. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start from the, let's see, where I'm going to start. I'm going to start, I could start with the, I'm going to start with the lower left corner of the garage, okay? Because that's the same wall type. The lower left corner of the garage. So I'm going to click down here. Now once I've done that, how far up do I need to go?
24.
Oh, yeah, and if you turn the, yeah, so I go 24. So type in 24 and hit enter. Boom. And then I go over this way. How far over do I need to go? 23. Boom. Now I need to go up. Okay, now let's do a little bit of thinking here. We know that it's 24 feet for my garage width, and I've got an offset. So let's figure it out. Now it's centered, and so if I've got a 24-foot garage, and I got 27-foot house, that means I've got how much difference between the two? Yeah, 1.5 on each side, 18 inches, a 1.5 on each side, or 18 inches. Okay, so we go ahead and we can say 18 inches like this. We take that, and it goes ahead and puts that in there, looking good so far. And then we go over how far here?
27.
Right, so I need to go to 27, and then how far down?
27.
Yeah, you see, I was trying to be not terribly difficult when I did this for you guys. And then 18 inches. Okay, I simplified our house. Our house is not exactly like this, but you get the idea. Now, I'm done. Okay, now let's see what it looks like. Okay, let's see what we got. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go to here and take a look at it. All right, now look at that. Kind of a nice start, kind of a nice start. It looks like I've got some insulation inside here, which sometimes does renders kind of funny, but that's okay. So we got that right there, looks like whatever that is. So that's kind of some kind of thing in there. And so, but that's essentially what it looks like. Okay, if you want to rotate it around, you see what that looks like and so forth. Okay, any questions? Okay, so we got that. Now at this point, you could then start to change like how this looks. I just changed that to fine so we can actually get a better idea. And I can thin my lines out if they're too thick. And if I zoom in here, you can see that there is hatching here. And you know what this means? This means it's brick. Those slanted lines means exterior is brick. Okay, any questions? Okay, we will continue. So I went ahead and put this together. We've got our basics right here. Now, please notice that you have a wall that separates the garage from the house. Taking a look at it, you'll notice that it's thinner. It's thinner. Can you see that? You can see it's slightly thinner than the exterior. Okay, so that means we're going to just use the standard interior dimension. So go back to wall, architectural, and this one is going to be, let's see here, interior wall 4.5 inches, because 4.5 inches is pretty much standard. So 4.5 inches, and this one, I want to use finished face interior. I'm going to go ahead and grab it here, because that's where I want to go, and right from there to there. And boom, what's it?
You grab it at the corner?
Yeah, see, right here. If you take a look at this, it shows you exactly what's going on. Okay, so I'm not doing anything any different than there. Did that make sense what I just did there? Any questions? Did I go too fast?
Yes.
Okay, let me go back. Okay, so let's stop for a second and let's take a look at our, let's look at the detail. Let's look at the detail of A1011, which is the next page. Let's take a look at that. Looks like this here, A1011. Okay, it's in your sheet. Okay, take a look at A101.1. Can you see how the interior wall is basically separating the garage from the house? Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, then all you have to do then is go to wall, and we use basic wall interior, and we're going to use the finished face interior. We're just going to draw one line. So we start here, snaps to that point, and snaps to that point. And then look, see that? Looks pretty good, makes sense? So what we just done now, it'll always check it in 3D. Make sure it looks good, okay? Always do that. And we're looking good there too, okay? And so yeah, looks like we got that there. And basic wall, 4.5 inches, so we're good to go. Okay, and so we've got that. So that's how we start. Now at this point, we have a brick-faced foundation. Now let's just check our dimensions, make sure we're doing okay with dimensions. So my favorite tool for checking dimensions is this tool right up here, which is a line dimension. So I click on a line dimension, and let's just check this out, make sure where it should be. Click here, click on the far end, and if we got it right, it should be 27 feet, and it is. And so if I like that, how do I keep it?
Put a ring on it.
Yeah, I went ahead and just kind of kept it. Right now, actually the dimension's already there because it's not a temporary dimension. I'm going to go to here, so I can go ahead and grab it here, and go down to here, and I'm going to grab this, and boom. And that's also 27 feet, okay? So those are just regular dimensions.